All right. Well, here we are in our new setup. Iron Serpents are going to play Curse of Strahd. I believe tonight we are looking at session 23, or as I like to call it, Vallaki Part Deux. So I'm here tonight with our cast of characters. We have Rhogar, played by Weezin. He is our Dragonborn Vengeance Paladin. We have Zoc here, who's playing Dr. Ernest Crawford, our resident professor, archaeologist, cleric. And then we have the infamous Nico Terrata, played by Enos McFerret, our Vistani bard. And last but certainly not least, our blue-skinned tiefling sorcerer, Disdain, played by our good friend Dalinar, our Canadian friend, our friend that's about to have a birthday. You got a lot going on, buddy.
Oh, shit.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, buddy.
So y'all bear with me if we have any technical issues tonight, but basically I feel like I got it. I feel like it's going to hold, so we'll roll right in and see what happens.
And
so
Rocky, the recording isn't done through Zoom this time, right? It's
correct.
Something else?
Yeah.
Okay, because the little recording icon isn't up at the top left.
Good call out. No, we are recording directly on my computer, so I can get that HD, hopefully. So
We fancy.
Yeah.
I'm trying
We're
to be
so fancy.
So
fancy.
I called my mom today for Mother's
Fancy.
Day, and I was like, "Mom, is there anything I can do for you?" She's like, "Can you get that image quality up in that Iron Serpents Play Curse of Strahd campaign?" And I really want to watch it, but it's just that 720 don't do it for me. She didn't say that, but I wish she had. So without further ado and tomfoolery, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a recap. So last session, session 22, we started out in Kresh in the far west region of Barovia, and you were in the Abbey of St. Markovia. St. Markovia, as you remember, is a saint that lived in Barovia that actually fought against Strahd and possibly hurt him pretty badly. You don't know the full story there. You did read in his tome that it was actually really cool. You actually rolled for that entry as right before you went to the Abbey, so I thought that was awesome. But you learned the story of her, that she stood against Strahd, that there was something he said about her bones being dangerous to him, and he has her interred in the crypts of Castle Ravenloft. But that's neither here nor there. She's been long dead. You went to the Abbey to seek out a holy man everyone calls the Abbot, a man that has been in Barovia for several generations, and you met him. He was a charismatic, handsome man who also had this very interesting amulet that you had been told by Madame Eva early in the campaign was the holy symbol of Ravenkind. It is a symbol that can be used with great effect against Strahd and other vampires. And it would be held by a holy man who was not all that he appeared to be. And as you guys found out, he wasn't everything he appeared to be at first. He was involved in kind of a sick attempt to cure Strahd of his curse by creating for him Perfect Bride, a woman he called Tatiana, but who actually, Wheeze, if you drop out, it'll drop your screen up there, but that's fine. I just need to know so I can take it off. Nope, wrong one. This one. Okay. So anyways, so after you guys interacted with him, trying to kind of figure out, how you can get his help, he did tell you that one of the ways that he'd be willing to help you is if you brought him a wedding dress for his Tatiana, so that she could be presented to Count Strahd properly, that there was a tailor in Vallaki that is apparently exquisite, and you guys had heard of her before. Everyone calls her the Tailor. But if you did that, then he would offer his holy services to you, including raising the dead, if so necessary. So a pretty cool thing to have in your back pocket if you can make it happen. And then you guys pretty much said, but actually we're working for Strahd already, and he wants you to come to the wedding of his current, bride, Irina. And he seemed to kind of be dismissive towards that. Like, yeah, she's probably going to die just like all the other ones. And, I'll just wait a little longer and I'll present this bride to him. And just seemed kind of like, yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's not really the end of the world, right? But then you guys you left. You know, you really didn't really know what else to do with him. So you guys left. And as you were leaving, you were approached by one of the members of the mongrel folk that lived there, who said that one of their kind had been like killing children. She believed she'd found the bones of children in her bedding, and some of the children had died in the village, and so there was obvious cause for concern there, and she sent you to go deal with it, and you guys didn't really know how to deal with it. You met this creature in the field behind the abbey where it was hunting, and you had some interesting interactions. I really liked how you guys tried to work with it and communicate with it, and then it became more and more apparent that it just wasn't going to listen to you or understand you. And then it really came down to a decision of what do you do. And I think Disdain, if I'm not mistaken, you came damn near close to just eradicating it, right?
Pretty damn close.
But at the last minute, like, what stayed your hand from doing that? What ran through Disdain's mind right as he was about to do that?
To be honest with you, it was watching Nico take a step back and him saying he's not there to slaughter innocents. And I fully respected the innocence. I just wasn't going to allow it to continue to happen to the village. And at that point, that's when I decided to send it off.
Mm-hmm. So that's when you started to cast a suggestion and basically get it as far away from the village as possible. And when you chose sort of that non-violent response, you watched as suddenly the abbot descended from the sky and landed and transformed into this angelic form. And even though you don't, even right now, still know exactly what he is, he's clearly not human. He's clearly something otherworldly. And he basically told you that whole thing was a test. That there have been no dead children, that those children were already dead, and he, had the bones presented or whatever as a test on everybody. But he was impressed. He was impressed that you showed mercy in that scenario, and he decided to give you guys the holy symbol of Ravenkind, believing that maybe there is a chance you guys can free the land from the curse. Still didn't seem like he was convinced that it was going to do any good. But felt like this was what the Morning Lord would want him to do. And so he did. He gave that to you guys, and that is where we left that. So then you guys made your way out of Kresh and went to Vallaki. Hey, we see you, buddy. You guys made your way to Vallaki and decided to go back there to kind of figure out what to do next. You snuck around the backside of the town, managed to get by the guard on that gate. And when we were ending the session, you guys were sort of like just making a rush through the middle of the town. You're pretty sure that based on the events of last time you were here, you probably aren't going to be welcome in the city. But you made a beeline for Mad Marge's shop. And when you guys did that, you ended up leaving Disdain behind. So we'll resolve that in a little bit, Disdain. And the rest of you ran into the shop, and Rhogar, you were invisible, but Nico still managed to give you a slap on the ass as you ran in. And you guys appeared inside the shop, and Mad Marge, as we ended it, was like, "That was a great shot." So let's start there. Let's start with you guys in Mad Marge's magic shop. So you've just entered the shop, and it's much as you guys remember it before. There's a couple items that seem to maybe have changed. But Mad Marge is sitting behind the counter smoking a cigar. Has a little bit of a grin on her face, and she says, "Didn't think I'd see you all around here again."
Neither did I, but did you see that? Did you just see what I did? I gave the Dragon Man a really nice pat on the butt.
That was impressive. Great. I think that hurt him even through the plate mail and the invisibility.
It did. I know. That's why I did it. I knew it would do this. It's great.
Yeah. She goes, "Hey, don't worry about it, Sugar Lips. That just comes with the territory when you run with a Vistani."
Yeah, I'm going to look at her just for a beat, and I'm going to turn around and say, "She called me Sugar Lips" to Rhogar.
Well, I was talking to him.
Oh.
He looks kind of pissed. He looks kind of pissed. I was just letting him know that You gotta have a little fun in the adventuring game or it'll burn you out.
Oh, Rhogar, he's just that kind. He's the kind, the strong, silent type. I like to mess with him. We may end up dueling before the night is over. I'm just letting you know, March.
Ugh, good luck to you, little guy.
Oh, little. I'm just gonna slink behind.
Well, you're
Follow
smaller.
that.
You're smaller than him.
But I'm larger in all the right ways.
Oh, no inspiration for that. Sorry, getting my stuff together here. There we go. Okay. So, all right, Rhogar, so you got anything to say to that?
Can I just sigh, like with a big dragon sigh?
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
She goes, well, what did bring you guys back? You kind of left in a bit of a dramatic way last time. I think the city guard tried to hunt you guys down for 3 days straight after.
I do not know about the 30 days, March. Dr. Crawford?
Has it
Go
been
ahead.
3 days?
Oh, God, no.
Good
It probably
Lord.
no, it's actually been, let's see. It's actually been close to like 5 days. 5 or
Holy
6 days.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Solid week. Half of a fortnight.
so why are you back?
Equipment.
Well, technically I shouldn't sell to you guys, but it's not like there's very many people that come through Barovia that can even afford this stuff. So if you're willing to buy, I'm willing to sell.
All right. We may end up having, well, it may be a combination of buy and trade-ins to get what we need. We'll see how things go. But is your stock still, the backroom stock still the same as the last time we saw it?
Yeah, let me show you.
All right. Make sure nothing's changed.
While Dr. Crawford is looking over this inventory here, I'm going to send Rhogar a message cantrip. I'm going to say, now's the time to tell her you came back for her. You can't get her out of your mind. Do it. That's it.
Inspiration. I love it.
Matchmaker Nico, dude.
uh,
All right. So I would like to try to get Rhogar that Ring of Evasion tonight if we can, just to address one of his big stat-wise Achilles heels. So,
what does it do?
Is it the same as the one in the Dungeon Master's Guide, Rocky? Okay, so it's, I believe, 1d4 times you can automatically succeed a dexterity saving throw, and I think you get a certain amount of those attempts back per day. It recharges slowly. So if you get hit, if Strahd throws a freaking disintegration bolt at you, instead of having to just instead of just being forced to fail the dexterity save because his DC is probably going to be really high to dodge it, and then you taking like 75 freaking force damage just like that, you could just blow one use of the ring and just dodge it, just no questions asked, and then you get a certain number of those back per day. I can't remember if it's one per day or if it's you roll a die.
I'll read it. So this
right.
ring has 3 charges. It regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while you're wearing it, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and succeed on that saving throw instead.
That's awesome. That is so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 per day?
1d3 per day. So you roll a d6 and then, well, you could actually roll a 1d3 and roll 20. But yeah, you roll 1d3 and then...
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I know, it cut out. I'm here,
come
you,
on.
Venus. And I can see you guys. It's just Rocky.
Okay, so Rocky, catch up real quick. You said after D6 you cut out, Rocky.
Oh, fantastic. So basically, I'm getting the internet is unstable thing again.
Okay.
So essentially what happens is you roll a 1d3 at dawn, and then that's how many charges refill it, but it can only hold 3 at a time.
Okay, so you roll a D3 or a D6 at dawn, and
You
then
roll a
whatever
d3 because if we were at the tabletop, you'd roll a d6 and basically you do, divide by 2.
Sure.
But
Okay.
you can actually roll a d3 and roll 20. So
Okay.
Yeah, roll 20 deals in non-Euclidean geometry, so you can do a D3.
That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. I like that ring. It's very expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that I think, 1, we're going to have to pool our resources, and 2, we're going to have to sell some stuff. So it's a question
Yeah.
of who has stuff to sell and how much. And go ahead.
And offer services. From what I don't think we have it.
Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna restart Zoom. I'll be right back.
What are we gonna do?
So
with this?
I have 150 gold. I have a potion of heroism, which, considering how much money that potion of resistance costs, 200. We might be able to get a pretty penny if I sell that potion of heroism that I found in the Wizard's Tower, where we found Esmeralda and Professor Van Richten. That's the easy stuff that I can sell. I also have an extra set of leather armor, but that's probably only going to get us like 5 gold or whatever, so whatever. After that, if I'm going to sell anything else, it's going to have to be me selling things like my +1 dagger and things like that, which I would rather not lose, but if we need to, I can get rid of it. So I'd be curious to see what you guys have that you'd be willing to give up with too. If we can, I would really like to get Rhogar kitted out with this. This is one of those things where, one, he doesn't, his character doesn't feel like he's been treated properly by our party. This is a way we could probably try to,
of course,
give that to him. And from an out of game standpoint, I don't want him to get completely outclassed by Count Strahd having spells that are way past anything our party can throw. So, yeah.
But the only thing that Nico could do is serve. Most of my, yeah, I've got a +1 longsword. Yep.
Okay, so the +1 longsword means that's a magic longsword, which means it's going to be worth a lot of money.
Okay.
All right.
So the
gave Nico a chunk of that money that you got from the necklace to stay.
Yeah.
And then you also bought Chateau La Stomps a few times.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I only have 61 gold.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're. I forgot you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
no, wait. No, that necklace. Which necklace we're talking about?
The Miss Julie's amulet that we went to the Kelhaven estate to sell, and it ended up being a really awkward dinner where I thought he was going to poison us and he didn't. So.
All right, so let me look at my gold. I can chip in the gold too. Hold on.
You lost the gold that Disdain gave you when the guard fined you for you slapping his ass with Mage Hand.
Oh, nice. I've got 40. So out of that, I've got 43 gold left. I'm happy to throw that in too. Yeah, I really like to slap the butt. It's very juicy, very good. I like the butt. I like to slap it. It's good.
It's very
I'm
nice.
sorry.
Slap in the
I'm sorry.
face.
I like to slap it. Just a
So-
just a light little pat.
So best count I have, if we can get 100 gold for this ring that I have. So in just gold, we have 600. Zoc, did you say you had any?
I have 150 gold that I can spare. That would give me 18 gold left for basic expenditures like rations and trips to an inn, stuff like it, which I doubt we'll be doing in this town, all things considered.
So that gets us up to 750 just gold.
And I've got a longsword +1. I've got a silver axe, and I'm willing to sell both of
I also
those.
got that water to wine thing that I'm not really have too much use of, but I also still have to get in there without getting busted still, so that may not be happening.
Right, you're not even in the shop yet, so
Yes, so
Okay, so all right. Let's hand everyone our money and see how much liquidity we have.
purely
right off the
liquid,
bat.
not like trade-in value. Okay.
Exactly, purely liquid. Let's
I
go.
hand you 150 gold.
All right, so who's taking it up?
You are.
Awesome.
Oh, you know, it's
Thank
probably a
y'all.
good idea that Nico does the trading here, because if there's any sort of chance to haggle, Nico would be the guy who is actually good at it. You've got the persuasion.
I can haggle, dude.
Yeah. So the goal here, as Rocky's setting everything back up, the goal here is to try to bundle a sale here, if you will, and we want the
Yes.
the scroll of Featherfall.
The ring of
want the
evasion.
ring.
If we
No,
can,
ring of
anything else-
evasion.
Well, the ring of evasion, but anything else we can get beyond that, there are a few things that I thought would be really useful too. But I'm also not the only opinion. By scrapping the 3 days thing or whatever it was with the blood moon, I don't want to push my luck. So-
I'm not sure he scrapped that. I'm not sure he scrapped
we
that
should
at
have a
all.
longer time than we thought, but either way, it's
Yeah, the fact that he's making it nebulous has so far worked out in our favor, and I don't want to change that by making him mad. So
Okay, so I watched Greenland last night, and asteroids and stuff can fall out of the sky at a moment's notice, and we just never know.
Thanks for the spoiler, dickhead. I was gonna watch that later.
Okay, so you know there's a movie called Greenland, and it's about asteroids.
Get out
What
of here.
about that as a stroller? What about
gonna
that
kill
as a
you.
spoiler?
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna cut your head off in a minute.
Rhogar, let's all right, forget we're not there's gonna be no deals tonight. It's gonna be
All right,
PvP. Let's go.
I'm gonna hand you.
guys,
go.
no killing.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna hand.
Hey,
I'm
Nico.
gonna hand you my gold pouch. It's got 400 gold in it, and I'm gonna give you this ring that's worth 100. So that's what I'm chipping in.
all right, I'm gonna pitch in 150
right, so,
gold and a potion of
Dr.
heroism that is worth I don't know how much.
Dr. Crawford has 150 gold liquid.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's saving 10 gold for myself. That's what I'm doing. So I'm giving you 400, and then a ring that says it's worth 100, but we don't know anything else about it other than that.
I just want the liquid right now. Okay, give me the hard cash that we got.
I just told you. What
Yeah,
what
you
I
got
was
400.
doing.
You got 400 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Your attitude. You need to check your attitude tonight, sir.
Oh my gosh, so stupid. Go ahead.
So I've got 150, 400. Dell, what do you got?
I ain't in there, so I can't give you shit right now. But I
Dell,
would give you 50.
that's not enough.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sell some shit, man.
Well, yeah, I agree, but let's also let me get in there. Currently, I am not in there, so
I
my
almost wonder if we should resolve that first before we start doing anything else.
No,
Well, that's
hey,
where we're
my-
currently at. So you guys got to do your stuff, and then I'll get in there and try and.
Look, since
'Cause,
1776, capitalism has
God.
worked. Okay,
Guys,
don't let me go on here. Okay,
All I'm gonna say
All
is
right.
you do realize that once I walk in, Magic Marge is just gonna be all over me. It's just canon. So like, you guys get it ball rolling, and I'll come in and fucking just hit it out of the park for you. You got this.
I've just now witnessed her grab Rhogar's penis at least twice, and I don't even know what his penis looks like, but I'm pretty sure it was his penis.
I got
So
two.
all right, let's go here. 150, 400, and you got a ring that you think is worth how much?
It says worth 100 is what it says.
Hope we can get that. All right, so I will finally put in my portion. I'll put in everything I got. It's 43 gold.
You need a calculator, or you got this?
I'm waiting on Delinar to get his.
He's not in there yet.
He needs to be. He needs to be working like Rocky. Can we do like a? Can we do a montage to where he's fighting as we're working this out?
So basically, this has only been like in game time. This has been like 1 minute because you guys literally have just walked in and you're just like looking at her stuff and kind of whispering to each other about how you're going to pay for it. So I will resolve what happened to him, but it's more than 1 minute of game time. So we'll go back and deal with that in a minute.
We have a potential 693 gold potentially. I still don't know what I'm going to get for my sword and axe.
And for my potion, yeah.
I have no idea.
Keep your axe, man.
Keep an axe for sure.
I never melee. If I melee, I'm gonna die. If we're in a situation where I have to melee, we've got bigger problems. I'm just saying.
The axe could still be useful to the party, at least, even if you're not the one using it. It's a silver weapon, which means if we end up fighting werewolves and for whatever reason Rhogar no longer has that oil of silvery goodness stuff, but he's used it
just
already,
give it to me.
Yeah,
You're like Kevin Hart in Jumanji, man. You're my backpack. That's what you are.
I'm not gonna suckle on your pet meat. Okay? You're not my daddy. But you can have my silver axe. I'm gonna hand it to Rhogar, but I'm gonna tell him that this doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm not carrying it. You're gonna carry it for me. You're like the pag bitch. It's what you are.
I hate you. We're fighting tonight. We are absolutely doing combat tonight. The freaking Sub-Zero to my Scorpion, dude. I'm gonna freaking...
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Right.
Move along.
Anyway, all right, cool. I still have no idea what the silver sword, the long sword +1 will get us.
Well, ask her, dickhead. Just ask her.
I'm gonna wait till we see what we got, and do we want to make sure that Disdain's in here to contribute?
He's not gonna be in there right now, though. That's what
We don't know this. We could tell Mad Marge. Hold on a second. There's a situation outside that is developing.
Well, in game time, we are now reaching 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Hey, I've only got it in 1.5 minutes, brother. All right, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Best DM that ever walked the earth. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna look at Mad Marge. You ready? Mad Marge, we came in here all disarrayed and things. I was smacking buttocks of dragons and things. You saw that, right? This dragon was invisible and I slapped his ass. It was great. So, Marge, can you give us a few more moments? There are some things that happened outside on the way here that could be in development.
You're not bringing trouble to my shop, are you?
That was not our intention at all. But, this town and the changes that has happened recently, I cannot promise that we were completely entering the town under no notice from anyone whatsoever.
So what are you saying?
Can I just poke my head out the door and see if my friend is at the doorstep or not?
You can poke your head out, but if you leave, don't come back if you've got problems.
I will not be leaving at the doorstep. I just want to peek and see if I can have a visual on the development outside.
You do you, darling.
Is Rhogar still invisible?
You can be. I would say like you kind of are shimmering a little bit, so.
All right.
Before I crack this door open, I'm gonna look at Rhogar and be like, "She called me."
Actually,
darling."
what was the source of the invisibility?
It was
Greater
greater
invisibility.
invisibility.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a
And
level
that lasts-
4 spell slot.
And that
It
lasts for how long?
Dude, let me look at it here.
I thought it was a minute, but
It's an hour of game time, I think.
Yeah, it's man, it lasts for a long time. It says until the end of the spell. The time is 1A, 1 action.
Well, that's the cast time. And what's duration say?
Okay, duration, concentration, 1 minute.
Yeah. So this is a more powerful version of invisibility, but it does only last 1 minute. And so the reason for that is because you can attack and cast spells while greater invisible, and without losing it. So that's why they capped it at a minute. So you, right around the time you're talking, he sort of shimmers and goes back to being visible.
Okay, he's visible. Rhogar, do you want to go to the back of the room for just a little bit?
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Because I'm just going to open this door just a little bit to poke outside. And Rocky, I do that very thing. I open the door, I crack it to see if I can see Disdain. I look around the direction we came from. I crane the neck. What do I see, man?
So you open the door and look out into the streets of Vallaki, and your jaw drops at what you see. And now we'll switch over to Disdain and find out.
Good luck, man.
Fireworks.
All right, so Disdain, the party had kind of, you were kind of trying to keep up with them. You're kind of hiking your robes up, running fast behind them, and then they just ended up, and everybody was just rushing. It wasn't like they left you, but they just got like a little bit ahead of you, and then you started to turn a corner, and then you saw somebody, and you kind of held back, and that was enough to separate you from the party. And
You kind
I'm sorry, guys. This sucks. Man, this sucks. Why is it doing this?
Sadness. Now I see the sadness.
This is frustrating. I apologize.
I know I'm sorry, man. I wish I knew something that I could do to help, but
It has to be my Zoom because I've run all the diagnostics. Like I have like 800 megabyte download right now. Like there's no reason at all I should be having any.
You sound great right now. So we'll just let it rip.
Yeah.
Let's go.
When it holds,
go,
it holds.
Go now.
Okay, so you kind of got separated from the party, right? And you're looking for an opportunity to kind of sneak out again. And so what I need is a stealth check. And let's try to be a 15.
And I don't have stealth, so that would be a
Roll a
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, but isn't he like disguised?
Yeah, but this is just to not be seen.
Oh, okay.
All right, I got 7.
Okay. All right. So, at 7, this is what happens. So you go around a corner. You think, okay, I think I can kind of make it to the next block, and I'm pretty close to the magic shop. So you're like, I think I got this, right? And so you slip out from the alleyway. You move down, and you literally walk right into a city guard. And he says, he goes, "Who are you?" He seems to be scrutinizing you, and I'm gonna give him just as his, oh shit, I don't have the...
this way tonight, man. I can't even hear the DM.
Yeah, I think you should know.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah,
Keep
like
skipping.
we're gonna spend like 3 hours trying to
Yeah.
get like an hour's worth of progress, man.
Yeah. All right, then I'll end tonight's session and figure out what's going on with Zoom and hopefully get this fixed. But yeah.
Rocky, if you want to do a test Zoom at any point during the week, let me know. I'm
Okay.
still free. I haven't got a job yet, so.
All right. Well, my deepest apologies, guys. I really wanted to have a good one tonight, but computer is not cooperating.
It's all right. That's what happens.
All right. Well, then we will resolve what happens with you and the guard next time.
Sounds good.
Disdain, you were still in disguise, right? Because we couldn't
He
disguise
was.
Rhogar, but we got you. Okay.
Yeah, he
All right.
was. Yeah. All right.
Have a good one, guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Peace out, guys.
Okay, so obviously the screen layout's changed a little bit. I'm wearing a slightly different outfit. We had our whole system crap out last week, and I have stress tested this thing multiple times. I hope it doesn't happen again now, but we're going to be able to pick up right where we left off. Session 22, Vallaki Part 2, Iron Serpents play Curse of Strahd. So, gentlemen, when we left off last time, we were in a pretty critical moment, so it was kind of annoying that it did cut out on us. So, Disdain. You had fallen a little bit behind the group, and you were essentially kind of going. You're in a disguise, and you essentially were going from corner to corner in the street. You were trying to be stealthy, and you rolled a stealth check, and you rolled a 7. And so with that 7, you ended up stumbling out into the street and literally walked right in front of a city guard. And this Vallaki city guard had looked at you and said, "Hey, who are you?" And then that's where we left off. That's where we pick up. So you're in front of the city guard. He's an older man. Give me a perception check.
Alrighty. I got no perception, so there's a straight roll. At disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
Ooh, a 4.
Oh, let me get that portion of the screen shown. Sorry. Okay, so we got a 4. All right. Okay, so with that 4, you don't really pick anything up. You're a little bit. It's not that you don't pick anything up. It's just that you bounced into this guy suddenly, and you're like a little flabbergasted, you know. And he just sort of stares at you really closely, and he says, "Are you like? How would you describe your disguise you're wearing?"
That's exactly where I'm thinking of this right now. I was assuming that I was just gonna be kind of like a gruffy little shorter in stature than where I am, balding with like a hood over top. Like I would say, like very much a beggar type.
Okay. So you you have blue skin and you have the horns and all that. So. I can see the hood maybe kind of helping with the whole bald, thing. But your skin, obviously being sort of a bright blue, I imagine would be difficult with the paint. So maybe you had to do like a really thick thing of light paint just to look normal, right? Mm-hmm. And he just sort of squints his eyes. He goes, "Are you wearing makeup, sir?"
And I cast minor illusion on my voice to make it gruff. And I say, "A beggar's got to do what a beggar's got to do. You don't want to see these scars, sir."
Oh, okay. Give me a deception roll.
All right.
Keep going, Dylan.
Plus 7. $16.
Okay. So I'm going to roll his perception. Okay. So he sort of says, "Oh, you're one of those diseased beggars, it looks like." Says, "I don't recognize you though. Are you from Vallaki?"
I just came in from Barovia. I wander around.
One of those Barovian beggars. He sort of spits on the ground. He goes, "Well, if you know what's good for you, you won't be here after sundown." He goes, "Our new burgomaster, Lady Wachter, has said that pandering in the streets is not to be allowed."
Thank you for the advice, good sir. Start making my way.
Okay. So let me get my ducks in a row. Good job. All right.
Good job. You didn't get killed.
Yay! The tiefling never gets killed.
All right. Let me test something real fast. Make sure my shit's all good. All right, hold on. All right. Okay. All right. So you successfully sort of navigated dealing with the guard, and you make your way another city block. Give me another stealth check. I'm very close to Mad Marges now.
not supposed to be able to. It's probably going to be the bad roll. Yeah, 100% the bad roll.
Yep. So you again, you're trying to be really sneaky, man, and you're just like, the makeup's getting in your eye. You're kind of like, kind of tripping on the robes a little bit. And you hear a voice, actually from behind you. And this voice says, "You seem a bit out of sorts, friend."
And I say with my same gruff voice, "Haven't you heard? The Wizards of the Wine is back around."
From the shadows of the alley, a hooded figure steps forward and says, "I'm more of a whiskey man myself, but I suppose that's good news."
Do I recognize this voice?
Give me a insider. Well, let's do perception.
Perception? Yeah, both of them are the same for me anyway,
Okay.
so.
They're both equally garbage.
Equally terrible.
Let's just roll our hot garbage on the plate. Let's see what comes up.
Oh, 4 again.
All right.
Keep with my lucky number.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's hard to place. You think maybe, but it's really your heart's kind of beating, your adrenaline's kind of up. You just want to get the Mad Marges so bad right now. And
I understand, sir, but as a simple beggar, I just take what's given.
so the man actually starts walking towards you.
I continue to walk towards, not towards Mad Marges particularly, but within distance of it that I could make a mad dash, but that way I'm not like leading whoever this is that
Okay.
way.
So you actually turn, like spin to turn away, and he says, "Disdain, you are not simple. None of your party is simple. Nor is your quest."
What do you know of this quest?
And the man reaches up and pulls his hood back and goes, "Well, I know the things that you have told me." And you see Amal Kelhaven, the former burgomaster of Barovia,
Wow.
who was thrown into exile after the events that transpired there so long ago, it seems. He says, "I came to Vallaki seeking you, and it seems that the dark powers have guided me correctly."
Be honest with you, I did not think to see a friendly face on these streets as quickly as I did. Come with me. You got to see how we've gotten.
Okay, he joins up with you. And then you guys make your way towards Mad Marges, and around the time that you get to where Mad Marges is, you see the door open and the faces of your friends kind of looking out, and when they see Amal Kelhaven walking alongside of you, their jaws drop. And that would bring us full circle.
One thing
Well
I want to
done.
establish, Rocky, before we go any further, just so that you don't, I'm not trying to mess with you later if this comes up. I'm not wearing the pendant out in the open. I'm keeping it underneath my clothes.
They keep telling me.
So that way, if something comes up where I say, and I don't have it out in the open, you know that I'm not just bullshitting you on the spot. So
Thank you.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
good enough.
And I'm gonna quickly, before we get in there, I'm gonna smack our lovely Rastani's butt with minor illusion. As the extra, you got your jaw open right away, and you just gonna get a little bit of a cop of feel that you think Rhogar did it.
Okay. So am I just going to take this, Rocky, or can I resist this?
Do whatever you want. So help me understand that. So the You make an illusion of Rhogar's hand grabbing him, or what? Like how are you doing
But basically, I want to do like some kind of force enough to slap his posterior.
Oh, so you're talking maybe mage hand then.
Oh yeah, I'll use mage hand. I do have mage hand as well. So.
Okay. All right. So then mage, with mage hand, you suddenly feel this like smack on your butt behind you, Nico, and you can roll a perception if you want to see if you pick it up.
No, I'm just gonna take that.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna assume it's Rhogar. I'm gonna look at Rhogar right now. And I'm gonna say, "Well played, sir. I thought you would never do that. Now the game is on."
What are you
And I'm gonna give him a wink.
I'm gonna look in disgust as I typically do towards Nico.
Okay. Reunited.
Love it. So Amal and Disdain make their way into the shop, and Amal, when he steps in, he bows like a gentleman towards Marge, and he goes, "My lady," and he says, "You must be Marge. I've heard of you all the way in Barovia, and your shop, it is magnificent, the best in the land, I would dare say." And she just sort of takes a big drag off her cigar and goes, "That's what they tell me." She goes, "Dragon Boy, you got some fancy friends."
Yeah, sure, yeah. I just kind of grunt and, do my grunt thing.
Okay.
I'm going to interject here and I'm say, Mad Marge, he likes to pretend that he is not aware of our status among our peers. But this man, he roams from land to land. I already know his game. I see it. I've seen it 100 times. He likes to collect the finest of friends and gather him close to him because that's what makes him feel good.
She goes, "I used to have a pretty good group of friends, but I lost them to a trap in this place underwater deep. That was a long time ago."
I'm sorry to hear this.
Hey, it comes
Our
with the
friends-
lifestyle.
Friends are
That wouldn't happen
nothing.
to have been underneath the yawning portal, wouldn't it? Would have been March.
Oh, you heard of it?
I have, yeah. I never had the privilege of being able to study that place myself, but that place has a reputation.
I don't recommend it.
I'll take your word for it.
Of course, I wouldn't recommend this shithole either.
Yeah.
She takes a big drag off her cigar.
So above the table, were we looking to go ahead and make a purchase here?
Yeah,
Or have we already done it?
I would like to try to get Rhogar some better gear to make sure that he's still progressing as a character
Sure.
combat-wise. So, considering this campaign is mostly talking and fighting, I would like to make sure he's at least good at one of those things and remains
Sure.
good. So, that Ring of Evasion was the one. So, let's go back to
So yeah,
talking about what we have that we can sell to try to turn into trade value to get that.
So,
I
let
can
me
sell-
pause you because Amal just walked in, right? So, how does that make your guys feel? Is that like a big deal for your guys? Is that just another day at the office?
Crawford's looking at him like, "What the hell are you doing here?" Giving like the gritted teeth.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be hiding to protect his kid.
So, yeah.
Would you say something to him on that front?
I guess I'll kind of, while they're all pulling out their stuff and going over their trade value, I'll move up to him and I'll do gritted teeth, kind of quietly go, "What the hell are you doing here?" Into his ears, like that. Just kind of lean over.
He goes, "Doctor, thank you for your concern for my well-being and the well-being of my family. But I was commanded to seek this party out by the dark powers that I am bound to."
Keep the hood up if you go outside again. And we'll talk more later. Like I need to get this knight equipped, and I gesture to Rhogar. All right, so going over our inventory, gentlemen, I have a potion of hair. Rocky, we're going to need your help with this because I don't know what half of this stuff is worth in terms of sell value. I have a potion of heroism, And if I absolutely need to, I can plunk down my +1 dagger to sell. My combat ability is becoming more and more irrelevant with every session. If losing the dagger means we get gear that's going to be more helpful to us, so be it. But I also have 150 gold I can plunk down as well, liquid. So, Rocky, how much would the potion of heroism normally be worth? First of all,
a potion of heroism would be worth a good chunk.
Right, based on the price of her potion of necrotic resistance, she seems to have put a good value on consumables. So
yeah, I mean, part of the economy of Barovia is it's kind of screwed up because it's supply and demand, right? So she kind of has a corner on the market, so to speak. Let's see. Pushing a heroism. How would I do that?
And Nico, we're gonna need your help if anything comes down to haggling. Like my persuasion.
Of
is
course.
shit. So
Yep.
So I got 50 gold that I can throw in. I got that everlasting ear, and I also sell my dagger because there's no point for me to have a dagger anymore.
right, if you do more damage with your cantrips, then
Yeah, I have so much other stuff that I'm always gonna have spell slots, and even if I've never been fully drained yet, even close.
And I also have a longsword +1 and a rapier that I could sell, as well as 43 gold that I can put down. And I'm keeping a silver axe as my melee weapon.
Yeah, keep your silver axe.
Yep.
I agree. Good choice. Yeah.
You said potion of heroism, right?
Yeah, we'll start with that.
Yes.
So I know what Marge would say, but I also want to kind of know what the mechanics of that would be as a baseline.
Yeah, what this is going to look like, Rocky, just to help you out, like we're like pooling our resources together, trying to get a general value, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them all up, and I'm going to initiate the trade with Mad Marge to the best of my ability.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Give me a second so I can give you an educated answer.
No worries.
I know how I can kill time.
Okay, get a bong rip in. I'm going to go pee-pee, which is a surprise to no one.
Got my Coney Island mask.
Coney Island, is that a?
The Strand. That's what they.
Okay, all right, yeah. So I'm not the guy who does the weeds. So
It's got a butterfly on it.
looks pretty. Can you puff out clouds of smoke like Gandalf to make a butterfly, or?
Only if I had the pipe. That's the problem. I don't have this
Okay,
pipe.
all right.
Or the magic to look like a dragon either. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's a rare potion, and let's see. So, when you basically asked Marge, then like, hey, how much would you give me for this? Or are you
Right,
just
yeah.
okay? She's
In trade, like she doesn't need to go like liquid. Like I would assume that if I was putting it towards a trade for something, like when you do it at a pawn shop, you'll get a better value.
all right. So I above table, I know what the price would be, but in character, what Marge would say is, well, if you're talking about some kind of deal, put the whole thing on the table in front of me, and then we can talk.
All right. I plunked down the potion of heroism and
Leave your dagger out yet. Like, let's.
yeah,
get some of
I
that
would
stuff.
rather not sell that if I have to.
So
if I
let me
have to,
throw my two on, because I'll throw the arrow and my my dagger on, just the plain dagger. Does anybody else have anything else they're willing to sell first before we start going into cash? Because let's
Absolutely. Do we have anybody that's able to fire arrows?
We don't.
I can shoot arrows, like I do have the ability, but
I've got a crossbow.
You have a crossbow. Do you
Oh,
want
that's
to?
right,
You
you
want
got
to
a
keep that?
Okay.
No. Not really.
You don't want to keep it. Okay. Yeah, you're more of a intimate kind of guy.
It's not magical, and considering how often we run into undead, that's like the primary enemy of this campaign. It's not really. Everything has resistance to magical damage. So
Well, I have 10 silver arrows in a quiver.
arrows or bolts, because those are different things.
Yeah,
So-
they're arrows. It's a
They're
quiver
arrows?
of arrows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you guys plop down that.
I've got a ring that's worth 100 gold. It says. I'll throw that in.
Okay,
And
that's
we're
also coming on
going-
the table.
We're purely going right now off the trade value of items, right? We're not throwing in our liquid gold.
Not yet.
We'll see
Right.
what else she needs after, right? She can tell us what else we need for the Ring of Evasion. Because this is basically us getting rid of our whatever stuff.
Right.
All right. So to make sure I'm keeping up with everything. So as of right now on the table, we have the Potion of Heroism. We have a ring worth 100 gold. We have, you said 2 daggers or 1?
A dagger and an everlasting year is what it's called. The wine thing.
Okay. The
Oh, very
The thing
nice.
that we got in the Wizard Tower where we found Van Richten and Esmeralda. Yeah.
Very nice.
okay.
Nico is putting down a quiver, a solid quiver of 10 silver arrows. He's putting down a finely crafted rapier and a longsword +1 magical.
Okay. Okay. And so you guys put that in front of her, and then Nico, you say what? Because you're trying to just do a trade on these items without doing liquid gold. So how would you present that?
Okay, I would say these pieces of equipment, they have not come easily to us, Matt Marge, and you've been a fantastic ally up to this point. The treasures, they just do not seem to come as easily in this land, and I'm sure you know the reason. But we want to know what we can do to get your aid in us further progressing in this land without putting you out, because we know you run the business and you run it very well.
Okay, give me persuasion, and I'm gonna need you to be 18, my friend.
Okay, persuasion incoming.
Can I assist? Do I have persuasion? No, I don't have persuasion. Damn it.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa, that's a big number.
Ooh.
It's a big one.
Yep.
Okay. So she all right, so she goes, you know, I really like you, Goldilocks.
That was not audible to her.
Yeah. She goes, she kind of leans forward and whispers, she goes, what's the deal with the Rhogar guy? Is he married or anything?
He is most certainly not. He is married to the quest. He's married to the adventure, and he is also married to making my life a living hell.
So he's single, huh?
If that's all you got out of that, then most certainly he is single. And honestly, I would say he is also unstoppable.
He looks like he could take a punch. That's what I like in a man.
Oh, shit. All right. Nico is visibly blushing right now because he's done deals before, but they never went this way. They never went this way, Rocky.
She goes, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a pretty good spread you've laid in front of me. And, you know, I'd say it's pretty close to equal for the ring that you want for him. Helps that it's for him.
Oh, okay.
She goes, tell you what, maybe when things are a little less crazy, if you encourage him to ask me out, that'd be a little bonus you could throw in for me, and I'll make this a real quick and easy trade for you guys.
Mad March, you are too kind, because I have only seen Rhogar blow heart smoke out of his nostrils only once, and it was in this very shop, and it was in your absolute general direction. I think he would be very open to these.
I've been dreaming about it ever since.
Wow.
The thirst is real, man.
Mad Marge, can you give me a moment? Can you give me a moment to absolutely close this? And trust me, you've told the right guy about these. You've told the right guy. Give
No,
me 5 seconds, 10 seconds tops. I'll be right back. I'm going to come back to Rhogar. I'm just going to look at him, and I'm going to speak anything, and I'm going to use my cantrip on a message. I'm going to say, you know what you have to do. Be our champion. You have to take one for the team. She likes to get physical.
I'm gonna just look back at him and I'm gonna say, "What are you talking about?"
And I'm just gonna look at him and say, I'm gonna nod, and I'm gonna walk back to Mad Marge and say, "It is done, Mad Marge."
And then as he's doing that, because I don't know what he's talking about, I'm just gonna look over him like Dumb and Dumber style and say, "Yeah, you know."
She kind of blushes and looks away when you do that. She goes, okay, this is a good deal. Nico, do you have insight?
Let me see here. I do. No, I'm not skilled in it.
Don't worry
no.
about
I do.
it. Yeah, give me an insight roll there.
Okay, Rhogar. Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. Hang on.
He's like, I've been set up here.
Hang on. Come on.
The first 27 consorts she attempted to take in have all died. You're the one that has the potential to last.
Maybe this ring will help with that.
Maybe. He needs to be wearing it. Absolutely.
Her nickname is the Black Widow for a reason.
Hang on. This is taking a minute. We got it. Hang on.
She needs a dragon host to lay the eggs properly. They sustain.
You guys are getting a little nuts.
He looks like he's punched a million donkeys before, and that's what I'm into.
So yeah, she seems to be happy with the deal. That's all I'll say. And so you are now the owner of the Ring of Evasion.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
That's very nice, man.
That should shore up that dexterity save of yours, which
so
has been a problem for you in the past. So
you can find that in the online, but I'll read it to you now, just so you kind of know what you got yourself into there. As soon as I find it in the Dungeon Master Guide, which I think they should call the Dungeon Master Guide the Magic Item Guide, because that's really the main thing that you get out of that.
Yeah, of course.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so the Ring of Evasion, very, very powerful ring. Okay, the ring has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. When you fail a dexterity saving throw while you're wearing it, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and instead succeed on that saving roll.
That's beautiful. Dude, that is so tight, guys. Good job.
It's not even re-roll, it's succeed.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's not
succeed.
reroll. It's not a bonus to your save. It's you just succeed it. So
And so that we
Once
need
a
to
day,
get,
but
yeah, so we need to make a point to remind Rhogar to roll for those recharging if he expends any at dawn.
Okay, so all right. So let's say I use 1, and then the next day, do I get to roll to recharge it to 3?
Yeah, I mean, it will obviously reroll it will obviously recharge at least 1 charge because it's 1d3. But if you used all 3, you could potentially get back all 3 in the dawn. So
Okay. All right. I see. Okay. So,
So-
do I start with 3,
yes.
or do I need to roll first?
No, it has 3.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Mad Marge ain't gonna sell you a depleted item, dude. Come on, you know her. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So she
Okay.
she meanwhile
So,
scoops up the other items and puts them behind the counter and goes, anything else I can help you with, gentlemen?
I'm buying that scroll of Featherfall, my own gold.
Okay.
So I'll mark 120 off of my sheet then, and let's see here. So I'm down to 48 gold, and I have a scroll of Featherfall. That I would like to make sure we have this as a backup for if things go south at Castle Ravenloft. It's just looking at all the artwork for it. There's a lot of verticality to that place. So,
What is the Shield of Thorns? Out of curiosity. If I block something, do they take damage? Is basically what it is.
Essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
So how much gold you got now, Dr. Crawford?
I have 48 gold, 8 silver, and 2 copper left.
Cool. Anybody else making a purchase?
Like, is it just one scroll, or can you? Does she have more than one? Okay. I think. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna buy 3 healing pots. I think.
Okay. Well, there's.
Is it what? Is it 75? Is there 75 each? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. Let's see.
So does the parentheses number mean she has 3 in stock?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I have 2 right now. So let me buy 2, Rocky.
Okay. So 150 gold for 2 more potions of healing.
ER.
So that puts you at what, 207?
I have on my sheet 396.
Oh, okay. So where does that put you at after the purchase?
246.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. All right.
What level spell is TK? Telekinesis. What level is that? I know it's higher than I am
6
now.
or 7, I think.
Okay.
It's pretty high.
Okay. Then
Actually,
we'll come back to
over
that.
I walk over to Rhogar and say, "Hey, Rhogar, now that I can actually cast that light cantrip, I don't think I'll need to be using a hand to hold a lantern very often anymore. Do you mind if I have that regular shields that you have as a spare? Like it's something to help me try to pull my weight a little bit better." So
Nice.
Yeah, sure. And I'll take it off and hand it to him.
yeah, and to be clear, Rocky, this is the mundane shield, not his windmill shield. So
Yep.
all right. So, all right, I am adding a shield to my inventory that boosts my armor class by 2.
All right, are we done items and all that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we gotta see what this Kelhaven guy
Exactly.
wants.
That's where I'm going.
Absolutely.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead. We've been planning to get this guy a little bit more evasive for a while. He's big and clumsy as he is, but he's a big hitter. What the hell are you doing here?
He says, "Well, I understand you have done many deeds in the land since you left Barovia, from what I have heard, and it seems that danger follows your party closely. I take no offense at you taking time to finish your business in this good woman's shop. And to answer your question, Disdain, I have come out of exile and at great care made my way to Vallaki, because I was commanded to do so by the Dark Powers."
Nico steps forward and he's going to say, "Master Kelhaven, it is good to see you. I'm glad you are doing well. These dark powers that you have mentioned a couple of times now, these are the same dark powers in which Strahd has communion with, are they not?"
The relationship that Count Strahd has with the Dark Powers is far more complex than that. They might have been the progenitor of his transformation into a vampire, but he has long since thrown off their rulership and does what he deems to be his own will now. And they do not agree with his decision in that regard.
Understandably so. This is obvious. I am surprised that they have let this go so long, because he has obviously been in open rebellion against the gifts that he has promised them for quite some time, which is why you're brought to us now, yes?
Yes. It seems that Strahd, as he has grown in power over the centuries, has reached a place of power where he is able to ignore their commands and communications. But they wish to reassert themselves in the land, and I have been told that they see you and your party as a means with which to remove Strahd from the board.
Even though we have been wading through their land, absolutely destroying their own constructs, and made in their own image, no doubt, they are still putting their, what it seems like, faith in our party? Is this what I'm hearing?
Consider the things you have faced that have been from the Dark Powers a test. Though I think much of what you have faced has been simply the byproduct of your travels. The Dark Powers, as far as I can tell, do not consider themselves your enemy. If anything, they consider themselves your ally.
This is a lot to take in. I'm not even sure how to process this information in this moment, but it is good to see your face, Kilhaven. So what are their instructions for you once you reach our party here? What is your mission?
I am to help you in the Amber Temple.
We have heard much of this Amber Temple. You have definitely said the key word there. We are very confused at what awaits us there. We've heard many stories from it is a simple dead place where we can go in and get easy items and treasures and find things to bring down the reign of Strahd to these are things that almost killed Strahd himself while he was trying to go through there. So perhaps your alliance may be welcome. Can you tell us anything about this Amber Temple? Have you been there before?
In
Before he answers, can I butt in and ask?
Absolutely,
hey,
yeah. Come on.
Marge, I couldn't help. The first time I walked into your shop, I couldn't help but notice the wards you had set up. Impressive security, by the way. I respect it. Does it include any sort of protection against anybody who would be trying to get in via the ethereal plane?
This place is locked up tighter than a priest of Lathander's knickers.
So if an elvish ghost were spying on our party, she would not be able to hear the conversation going on currently right now. Am I correct?
I paid good money to keep this place warded against the undead and divinations. I think we're pretty safe in here.
Gentlemen, I'm almost positive Casimir is going to try to sacrifice us to the dark powers of the Amber Temple. I'm sorry I haven't been able to say it up until now, but that damn ghost sister of his has been following us, and this is the first opportunity I've known of to be able to say anything about it. The dark, like you saw what happened with Bluto and the butcher in the village of Barovia. So, and no offense, Amal, but it's I would be worried about what's going to happen to us if we were to just go along with Casimir without any sort of plan, at least. To bring you up to speed of Amal, we met an elf, used to be part of a tribe of elves in this land, and he had plans to go with us to the Amber Temple. So I think his motivation is to sacrifice us to gain power there. So,
an interesting observation. I would tell you, Doctor, that the Dark Powers are more complex than anyone realizes. There are many of them, and they are not always in concert with one another. Some of them are quite monstrous and bestial in their behavior, and some, in their way, are quite beneficent. In my youth, to answer your question, Lord Nico, I made my way to the temple, seeking power. I had read of it in one of my ancestors' journals. I was offered a deal by those powers, a deal that granted me the magical abilities that I do now possess. There were other powers that tried to get me to enter into congress with them, and I felt in my heart that if I were to agree to some of their pacts, that perhaps my life would have been taking a turn for the worse. Power, I most likely would have received, but some monstrous aberration of it. I chose the deal that was offered to me that seemed to fit my goals and lifestyle, and for the most part, I have not regretted it. I believe these powers wish to court you and your party, each to offer their boon in exchange for something else.
Amal, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you just realized we've already got Rhogar courting Mad Marge back there. I don't know if he's open for a second relationship.
She sort of coughs on her cigar when you say that. Rhogar, what do you do?
I'm gonna just sheepishly look away.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna do another cantrip to Rhogar. I'm gonna tell him to wink at Mad Marge right now.
Can I reject this cantrip?
you hear it, but you don't have to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just wink at her. Wink at her.
You're like Sebastian from Little Mermaid right now.
Wink at her.
Kiss the girl.
Sitting there across the way. Okay, moving on. Master Kelhaven, this is thank you for sharing your story with us. These dark powers, you can understand our reluctance to join in a pact with them at this moment in time, but the fact that they have been following this entire time tells us that we will never be out of their gaze, ever. And I can appreciate and respect these. Master Kelhaven.
Yeah, please.
Oh, go ahead. Master Kelhaven, these dark powers, they have tremendous power. And have you ever second-guessed their ability to lead you in a path that will not end in your untimely demise?
Yes, because my family has served them for generations. If you remain true to the pact you make, they also have proven honorable in their own way, though to say it is without cost would be a lie. I have had to sacrifice certain things for the deal I made, and I assume it is that way with any dark power you enter into a contract with.
These are wise words, and they will be heeded. So, Master Kelhaven, will you be coming with our party wherever we may go now, or should we meet up with you later on?
Well, you have mentioned this Casimir, and I know somewhat of him. Casimir also serves the dark powers, at least some of them. I cannot speak to his motivations. I can tell you that I am in no partnership with him. My intentions are to go to the Amber Temple, and my instructions are to wait. It seems you would have a choice. 3, if I'm not missing anything. You can choose to ignore the invitation to the Amber Temple by the Dark Powers, and thereby avoid the dangers of that ancient place. But also, you will miss opportunity to find items of power and perhaps make deals that would make you more formidable opponents to Strahd. But it is the first option. I cannot say that the Dark Powers will be pleased with that decision, and I cannot say what they would do if you displease them. That is no threat. That is simply my observation. But that is option 1.
As such.
Option 2, you could meet me there at the Amber Temple when you are ready. I plan on being there for some time. And I will guide you as much as I can through the path I took in my youth. And hopefully we will circumvent the dangers of that place enough that you will be able to come before the chamber that the Dark Powers reside and make your own decision from there. And of course, the third option would be you go meet with Casimir, who, by your own words, seems quite eager to take you to the Amber Temple himself for his own motivations. As your friend and as someone who owes you a life debt, I will not push you towards any decision with my counsel. I only promise you on my daughter's life that if you choose me as your guide, I will do my best to keep you whole and help you see success in the Amber Temple. If I do not see you, then I will assume you have rejected the dark powers, and I will wish you well in my heart.
All right. I got 2 questions for you, Calhaven, before you take off. Because, first off, very, very surprised to see you here. Very happy to see somebody that is still allegiant to us.
Doesn't want to kill us.
Yeah, it's been a tough, long road. But as and then a question I would have on my first one would be, I understand that it may displease the dark powers that we may not follow to their exact path, but their path ends at having Strahd removed from this land in no matter what way, correct?
I believe that to be their motivation, yes.
So what if that is still our interior motivation, but we don't want to particularly always side with everybody else? Our path so far has been our own choosing. So I'm hoping that they could at least see that we're in that same push, whether or not we side or not, just as a ulterior option.
I see the logic of your words, but I am not sure how the dark powers would interpret your decision to reject their gifts. They are an ancient type that I do not even know how to classify, honestly. I only know this, that they have dealt mostly fairly with my family in the dealings we've had. I can also tell you that their motivation in having you serve them as you strike down Strahd might be tied to their hold on this land. If a champion of the dark powers destroys Strahd, it would stand to reason that that champion might be the new lord or lady of Barovia itself.
Understood. That seems like quite the mantle to take upon. The other side, Calhaven. I see you as a man of conflicted morality, but morality nonetheless. Somebody who has ideals of family and ideals of ensuring to keep whatever peace you can. I understand Barovia wasn't exactly the best place left for you, but you were doing with it the best you could, and you were taken away from it so quickly. A dream of mine has always had to be to unite the group amongst all this. And as I've traveled across the land of Barovia, it's impossible not to see all these individuals that still stand for their land themselves. They may have opposing allegiances towards our unjust leader, or whoever may say that, but they're still people nonetheless. And I feel that you understand that deeply. And I hope that as we move forward with this, you'll remember our conversations.
Inspiration, well said. He says, disdain your words are both wise and true. A curse taints this land. A curse that traps its people in mist and keeps a vampire sorcerer over them. We know little of joy, and we know little of light in Barovia. But beauty and life does find a way. And I do believe the curse will be defeated. If not by this generation and heroes such as you, perhaps another day. But I do believe now it is possible. Something is different in this land. something changed when your party appeared. I cannot yet say what it is, but there is an air of hope that was not here before. If such a thing as heroes that can stand against Strahd can exist, I believe that your party is proof that they can. And I hope you are those heroes. I truly do. I am at your service.
Oh.
Well, well, Mr. Calhaven, my favorite part about those old stories is the heroes are truly just people that inspire the people around them. And I hope you maintain your heroic nature, because I think the land needs somebody that is just like yourself.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. He says, "Would that I could, Disdain. But I will not do anything that endangers my daughter. And I have bound myself to greater powers, and I am bound by their will as much as my own." He says, "Before I leave," he looks up at Marge and he says, "My lady, forgive me, but it is for your own protection." And in kind of a cinematic moment here, you guys watch his eyes turn inky black. And you watch Marge's eyes roll in the back of her head. It all happens in just a few moments. And then his eyes sort of go back to normal. And she's just sort of swaying there, dazed. And she looks around confused for a moment and she goes, "I hope you like that ring, honey," to you, Rhogar.
Oh, shoot, dude.
And he says, "I bid you farewell, my friends."
Good day, Amal. Good day. It's good to see you. Travel well, my friend.
And he leaves.
Marge, is there a tailor in this town? Someone who does really good work. Someone who is really good with the needle, like a real surgeon with it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the tailor. Yeah, she's a friend of mine.
Okay.
She goes, "You got to know the secret knock to be let in, though."
Oh, what do I have to do to learn the secret knock? We're all friends here.
"Hey, sweetie, you're not even going to have to roll for it. We are all friends." And she teaches you sort of this, shaving a haircut 2 bits kind of knock.
Yeah, love it.
And what movie is that a reference to?
Oh, that's either Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, you got it. Inspiration.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
But it can also.
Inspiration for Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
How did I not get that?
But a lot of secret knocks go off the Terminator 2 Judgment Day theme. The dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah, that probably would have been more thematic, but I just.
No, I love
It's
it.
been a while since I've done a Roger Rabbit throwback. Okay.
Roger Rabbit.
So, all right, man. So yeah. So if you guys have no more business here, Amal's gone.
Okay, so just
else you guys
reprise our role. So we still have to remain stealth and disguise as we move. Matt and Marge, are you still with us?
I'm here, darling.
Matt and Marge, how do we find this tailor's this studio? Where do we do the knock?
She kind of shows you on the table, like she kind of arranges like the knives and stuff that you guys. She
okay.
kind of makes like a little makeshift street, thing.
Impressive.
And
Impressive.
and it's actually they're all back alley. So like you don't get on the main street for this.
Awesome.
And she goes, and if you blink, you're gonna walk right past the door. But she describes what the door looks like, and then she goes, "That's where you do the knock." And her assistant will let you in. She goes, "But listen," she goes, "let me tell you a little bit about the tailor. There's always been a tailor in Vallaki, always for generations. And this tailor, yeah, the nobles use her." People in the know, merchants like me, whatever. We're connected. We know her. We use her. This is not your common tailor. You just walk in and get a hem done, okay? This is all custom. One of the reasons that we all whisper that she's able to stay in business, have the protection she has, have the access to the materials that she does. We think that the Tailor of Vallaki is Strahd Bonzarovich's tailor. And the rumor is, and again, it's just a rumor, he always makes sure there's a tailor in Vallaki to take care of him and his inner circle for their clothing needs, you know, because where else are you going to get it, right? I mean, the Vistani will bring stuff in sometimes, but, you know, if you want real custom work close to home, she's the girl, you know?
Thank you, Mad Marge.
Just trying
I
to
just
look
have a
out
little
for
bit
you.
of a headache. Thank you, Mad Marge. My head hurts.
Out of curiosity, Marge, aside from the tailor, does there happen to be any sort of costume shop or anything like that in Vallaki?
No, I mean,
Nah,
before
nowhere to
she-
buy a wig.
before she no, nothing, not that I know. I mean, you know, you got that silly guy across town making toys. Sometime maybe he's got something, I don't know, if you're looking for a wig.
Oh, it's the Blinsky. Yes. I
Yeah,
know this man.
that's
Yes,
yeah,
Blinsky.
that's
It's
him.
very good.
What
Yes.
about perfume? Any sort of shop that would have something like that?
I mean, no, I mean, I know the noble ladies tend to find a way to get a hold of that stuff. That Stani group to the west of town, they're pretty good about going out and coming back with that stuff, though it takes them forever. It's really expensive.
But basically, so you understand why I'm asking. I'm trying to figure out a way to turn this guy into a woman that would trick even you if we needed to. Though that's not why I tend to do it. You remember that time that he came in cross-dressed and you saw right through it?
Yeah.
Trying to avoid that.
Yeah. Well, you know, you guys are definitely dudes, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going pretty far there with the illusion if you're you're stretching it thin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes.
I got you, Mad Marge. We are homies. Yes.
So much for
Okay.
Operation Wall Market. All right.
Yeah, so above the table, so we've been sent here by the abbot to get a tailored dress for a corpse bride that he has manufactured for a wedding crash, basically, of the same tailor that Strahd is allegedly acquainted with. Do we want to do this? The abbot is extremely powerful, able to even cure death, possibly with some planar shifting abilities, which means he is pretty strong.
So I am in the camp that we should risk it to try to get this done on the basis that if we manage to successfully do what we plan to do with Lady Irina, we're going to need somewhere to take her after we get her out.
Yes.
And at the moment, the only safe place that would last more than a day, I think, would be Kresh, the abbot giving sanctuary.
Yeah,
Yes.
we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
We need
gotta
him
do-
on our
we
side.
gotta-
No other reason
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah, we got to do it, and also, but the thing is that we don't know that we've fallen out of favor with the current burgomaster of this town, which is Lady Wachter.
Yeah, that's a wild
don't know
card,
that.
honestly. Considering Strahd didn't kill us the
No.
last time we bumped into him, I don't know. We weren't on good terms with him when we left Vallaki, but since then, who knows?
Yeah, I've kissed his freaking ring, so
Yeah.
that might have bought us some favor.
Well, we were supposed to get the abbot to do the wedding, but you know,
He refused, and he's got his own plans. And the abbot is
Hey.
extremely powerful. Yeah, go
We
Disney.
could even say that to her, though. That's what we're on a mission of doing, trying to do something for the abbot so that he'll go and do this. And we need to get a dress. And then when she asks for what the dress is,
it's just
Rely.
+1, man.
and yeah, exactly, it's his +1. It's Nico's dress. He's
I wish-
straight up he was. And
I wish that Rocky wasn't in this conversation, but I like it. I wish he didn't hear it. But that's fine. It is what it is. He's here. Hey, Rocky, you're here. Hey, buddy. And so I like that idea. I like it. I like that. I think our next point of business should be to go through these alleys and try and find this tailor and see what happens.
Do we remember that I'm a giant dragon?
Yeah, but it's all alleys. Dragons are in alleys. That's where they hang out. You know?
Right, Rocky, that's their natural habitat.
I mean, it is basically they simulate caves, dude, because the rooftops, you know,
Oh my god.
like this, dragons, rooftops, and caves and stuff.
Do I at least like have a hood or something I can put over me? Just
Dude, okay, let me see how many spell slots I have here.
well, don't waste them because we're gonna
Yeah,
get.
dude, I'm not. You're not going invisible again. Yeah, I did invisible once. That's it.
Yeah, you swapped out invisibility for greater invisibility, right? Yeah. So
Yes, I did.
You only had the
Yeah.
1/4 level slot. Yeah.
Yep, that's right. That's
I
right.
could polymorph you into a little, like, I don't know, raccoon.
Oh, I love raccoons. They're like trash pandas. Do it. Go
Like,
now. Go.
Okay.
Go.
How do I get out of this?
No,
raccoon?
stop talking. Just do it.
Just
Disdain.
do it.
Start the spell up. Let's crank it. What do you need? Do you need candles? What do you need? Incense? Tell me what you need.
It lasts an hour or until I stop concentrating.
Okay. All right. So stay focused. Let's go.
Right?
Let's do this.
And it's a
He's
wisdom
getting wrecked.
saving throw, but the thing is, he's really wise. Can he ignore the saving throw, or is that something
He
that's
better
allowed?
if he knows what's good for his
choose to.
ass.
If he chooses to? Okay, so... All right, Rhogar, you can even choose the animal. You don't have to be a trash panda.
Please be a trash panda because you can skitter across the top of them. It'll be a natural habitat, even more than an alley for a dragon. It would be perfect.
I don't think I want to be a trash panda. I'll get like what can I be like? I don't know. Like, do they have like dogs and cats in Barovia? Or
Sure.
Yeah, the thing is, I'll even keep you company. Let's twin this spell.
Oh,
That way, I can also be a dog, and then we won't get busted. and you guys-
I think if you it's polymorph, right?
yeah.
So yeah, if you polymorph yourself, then the spell's not good. You're gonna be able to concentrate on the spell anymore.
Damn it.
So yeah, so that's a wild. So that's like a.
Plus, we need somebody who can lie.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep my regular look and lying all this time. So I'll just you can definitely be a dog.
well, I just don't want to somebody to shoot me as a raccoon. I don't know what the pest control's like in Barovia.
Make him something respectable, like an Irish wolfhound.
You're thinking like a true Southern boy right now, man. You're like, I don't want to be.
Dude,
I can't walk around town like a raccoon.
Target practice.
I don't want the dog nappers to get me. Yeah, I mean that's fun. But before we do that, like on the way out, like before I get turned in, I have to wink at old Morge.
yeah.
I want it to happen.
Yeah.
As you're winking, I turn you, and halfway through your wink, you're a dog winking.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
All right, inspiration, Rhogar. I love that. Good
Very
call.
nice, Rhogar.
So
Hopefully,
yeah.
she's not impregnated with a clutch of eggs already.
So she like blushes and she turns into a dog. And yeah, and I imagine it'd be a pretty big dog too, like a big old like Rottweiler kind of style dog.
Absolutely.
With a strange, like his tail, the hair's kind of extra feathery, almost looks like a dragon tail.
I love
With some more ragged ears that almost look like they're like dragon ears, you know. But yeah, but as a dog, you literally do look and feel and think like a dog, because you are this creature. You're not Rhogar in a dog's body. You are Rhogar turned into a dog, if that makes sense. So
Awesome.
right.
I gotta scratch his ears, dude. I've got to reach down and scratch his. That's it.
you
That's
can-
all
you
I'm
can
doing.
Still control him, just letting you know you got to role play him that way.
I'm just saying. I'm scratching his ears right now. He's
All right,
so
so
cute.
Nico scratches your ears. Rhogar.
Yeah, just a little bit. That's it. That's it.
Can I bite him?
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Please do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Can I bite him?
Yep. Do you want to cause damage? You want to nip? Just want to nip him?
No, he wants to cause damage.
I want a hit point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me-
Hey,
All
wanna
Give it to
Give
him.
me-
I'll give it.
Give me an attack roll.
I'm not even gonna resist.
He's gonna let him.
I had
hit
it.
you? All right. then
I just had that
all
one
right.
coming.
All right, don't worry about it then. So, all right, he lets you. So you reach up and bite him. You just kind of reach over and bite him. And it's almost like he's like,
Ah.
you do that. You have that coming. They rolled a 24 anyway. So,
Damn. Okay. All
so
right.
yeah. So you take a hit point of damage. He nips you on the
Ouch.
hand, draws a little bit of blood, and sort of growls.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna wrap it with some cloth that I had. That's fine. All right, let's go. We're exiting and going for the alley, which she told us to go down.
Yep. All right, so you get,
I asked Nico if he can whisper, like, because we can't really talk to him, right? Because if we talk to him,
you talk to him, yeah.
Well, I want to, Rhogar, go smell. Go see if you can smell something.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to. You can ignore me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too far away and get dog napped, but I'll go up a little ways.
Cruella DeVille comes around a corner with a big burlap sack. a dragon dog hat. Anyway, so yeah, so you get up and you know you're not used to these senses, but the city smells really dirty and musty and garbagey and but you kind of after a little bit you don't really detect anything that stands out other than those smells. And
Okay, we're right behind him.
Yep.
We're letting Rhogar lead on here. And also gonna let's stay close enough to where if somebody tries to grab him, we won't let him because he's our pupper. He's the goodest boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to grab. In fact, people, you don't really see anybody in these back alleys, but
Good.
yeah, you imagine if you did, like they'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to touch that dog."
Mhm.
he's kind of
my dog. Yeah, our dogs bite. Okay, that's all we tell them.
I
Yeah.
have a mutant dog.
DMX.
Yep.
All right.
So we're rolling on, and I'm gonna lead us to wherever she told us to go.
Yeah, it only takes about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes. You guys take a few turns and go through these back alleys, and sure enough, you actually walk past the door because the door is actually camouflaged into the wall. But because Mad Marge told you where to look, you do see this door that's sort of carved into the side of this back alley building.
Nico's gonna reach over and just do the.
Okay. For a little bit, nothing happens. But then after almost like, should I do it again? Like all of a sudden the door cracks open, and there's a young girl, behind her. I mean, I'd say young girl. She's like probably 18, 19, and she's like, "You need tailoring?"
I'm gonna actually act like I dropped 2 gold out of my satchel. Like I'm gonna fumble and drop 2 gold out. So I'll go from 43 to 41.
Okay.
I'm saying, oh, no, I tripped. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, is this where the tailor resides? We heard she's the best.
She just kind of looks at the gold and looks up at you. Doesn't make any move to pick it up. She goes, "Well, you did know the knock, so you know she is."
You have caught me. Let me go ahead and collect my gold coins. One for you, my dear. For answering the door. You do good work.
She takes it.
Okay, so here's what we have. I have this really, really clutch date, and she is very dainty. She has very specific measurements, and I'm wondering if you can fit me in.
Well, Taylor is busy, but she doesn't turn away people who know the knock, since only people she trusts are given that information. All right. She says, "Come on in," and she steps aside and swings the door open.
And so is Rhogar also allowed permitted entry?
So as he gets close, she's like, "You can't bring animals in here."
Disdain, what do you want to do?
Do I have any rope? Because I want to tie Rhogar up outside.
No, don't do that. I'm going to say, look, and I'm going to point behind her. I'm going to say, I did not know you had such a rat problem. I just saw one run up the stairs. I'm going to point behind her. It's like a persuasion type deal. Come
That's
on,
a deception,
I want to try.
buddy.
Okay, all right, just deception.
All I'm gonna say, guys, this is a 4th level spell. If we go and let it go and disappear and him show back up and then show back up and not we should leave him as a dog and leave him outside for now.
I don't like it. Somebody might kidnap him.
Yeah, but he's in a little hidden grove.
Golly,
Right.
the first one looked so good. All right, that was a 6 total.
She says, "There's no rats in here." She goes, "I'm not
That is
going
so
to
good
let-"
to know. I thought I saw something.
She goes, I'm not going to let a dog in here either."
But he could take care of the rats if you had some. Okay, I'll leave him outside.
All right, Rhogar, you be a good boy.
He is such a good boy. I'm gonna scratch his ear again.
Do you let him?
No.
All right.
Does anybody have a piece of rope we can tie him
Take
up
another
so that
hit
they
point
don't
of
take him?
piercing damage from biting you.
Bastard. You're such a bastard, dude. Just take my scratches.
Oh boy.
I have some rations. I throw some rations down for him. Like, you just enjoy your meal.
But really, he is a good boy. He got me a little bit there. As you saw, he got me a little bit.
Just what I thought. A feral dog has poor training. I would never let such a dog into the Tailor shop.
But he is such a good boy.
But can I whimper
boy?
like
Yeah.
do sad puppy dog eyes at the
Yes,
mutant
absolutely.
puppy dog eyes at the
All right,
lady?
you're like, okay. All right, give me persuasion. You gotta beat
come
a
on. Can I help
18.
him? Can I help him? Because I'm also talking to her.
Yeah,
about what a
I'll
good
give
boy
you
is.
advantage.
All right, cool.
All right, so I just need to roll it then.
He's such a good boy.
Oh, I've got it. Sweet.
All right.
So you want me
Who's
to
the goodest boy?
Can I just do 2d20s?
Yep.
Plus, what is my thingy? Here, it's just gonna be +4 for each of them.
Okay. So
Okay.
20. All right. She goes, well, when he looks at me like that, and she goes, does he bite everyone that tries to pet him, or just you?
No, it's just me. I promise. It is just me.
I can
it is
see
just me.
that.
Okay. It is just me.
And she pets you, Rhogar.
And I'll cuddle her.
Oh,
I don't know how a dog would do that, but I'll
just kind of rub your head up against her hand, you know. She goes, oh, well, he is a good boy.
He is a good boy, and I'm saying it through gritted teeth. I'm like, he's such a good boy. He is.
She goes, I mean, Tailor does like dogs.
Mm,
Do you promise he won't pee or poo on anything?
absolutely.
And he won't tear any of the fabrics?
I couldn't imagine this dog loves fashion as much as the next puppy.
Well, if you give me your word and you'll be responsible for any damages, you can bring him in, but he has to be on his best
course.
behavior.
Yeah. If he steps out of line, just let me know. I cannot wait to repay this dog for everything bad that he has done, which is not much at all.
You wouldn't believe this dog is actually a money bags, and he will actually pay for it all himself.
Mm.
If he does anything.
Well, I'm not sure what that means, but come on in. And she opens the door wide, and you guys, there's a hallway. And as you go down this hallway, it opens to a set of double doors. And when you open the double doors, there's a very nice, looks to be tailor shop. There's cushions or cushioned couch and fine lacquered walls and multiple mannequins that have half finished tunics and dresses on them, and some sort of pedal powered sewing machines, the kind that aren't electric but you can kind of pump with your feet, and there's reams of fabric on these racks all along the wall, silks and cottons and all these sort of beautiful colors sort of bouncing out at you. And
I'm going to whisper to Dr. Crawford. I'm going to say, this tailor obviously specializes in full-figured humans. They do not specialize in skeletons. We have our work cut out for us.
Well, he did give us the measurements. It's not like we need to do a whole bunch more than convince her to prepare the dress and send it to the abbot. He doesn't even need it soon. You heard him.
I hope that she does not pick up on any disparaging, incongruent measurements, is what I'm saying.
basically you're putting a dress on a big giant woman.
All right, so where's this tailor?
So the young lady goes and goes in the back room, says, wait here, and goes in the back room for just a few moments. And when she exits, this older woman comes walking out, a very sort of refined looking older woman, has a set of spectacles and very nice jewelry, very luxurious dress.
She's hot, dude.
And she walks in and goes, well now, new clients. It's been quite a while since I've met new faces. And she says, Carly, see if they wanted anything to drink. And the girl that you had been greeted with at the door, she walks up and says, "Well, you had the Tailor. Is there anything you'd like to drink?"
I would love some water.
Very good. And then what about you, sir? And when she says it, it's kind of like disdain. She's kind of like staring at you, you know? And she goes, "Are you wearing makeup?" And then the Tailor goes, "Of course he's wearing makeup, you dumb girl. He's a tiefling."
And then I pull down my hood and I look at them both, and all I say is, "Well, girls, like I try to master it like you guys have been able to, but I'm sorry. Clearly, I need some work still."
Clearly. But do you want anything to drink?
Drink? If you have anything alcoholic, I would take it. But currently, I'm just happy to finally get here off this goddamn road. And I sit down on one of her couches.
The girl goes, I'll bring you some red dragon crush.
Thank you.
And then and you, sir, and she's referring that to you, Dr. Crawford.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Rhogar. I'm sorry. I'll just take a glass of water, please and thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm currently a dog.
Is our pupper in the room with us?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And
can we get
the
a
Tailor's
bowl
supposed to
for the
love
dog?
dogs, yeah?
What's that?
Can we get a bowl for the dog?
Of
The
course.
Tailor supposedly loves dogs, yes?
Yeah, and she's kind of like looking at him with like a little smile on her face.
Okay. I'm gonna have to, dude. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna interact with Rhogar tonight. He's an asshole.
Can I roll it would probably have to be an insight roll on how she's looking at Rhogar.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be?
it would. You can certainly try.
Yeah. Yes, I certainly
Yes.
can, especially with this character. It's definitely a certain try.
Be a 15, not a 18.
5.
Not gonna do it. So she seems to be smiling at him, and the girl, you find out her name's Cara Lee. She runs to the back, and after a few moments, comes back with a platter that has some glasses, a pitcher of water, and she has a glass that already has some wine in it. She hands the wine to you, Disdain. She hands the water to Dr. Crawford and Nico. And then she sets a little bowl of water on the ground in front of you, Rhogar.
Alrighty.
The Tailor goes, "A very interesting breed of canine. I'm not familiar with it."
I respond, it's a horn-eater retriever.
A horn-eater retriever. Give me a deception.
Please. Wow.
Well, that's a solid 9.
That's solid. That's good.
She goes, "Are you trying to make a joke with me?"
Well, he has been eating my horns the entire ride here, so that's...
Well, in any case, I'm not familiar with it, and I consider myself a bit of an amateur expert on the matter. She goes, "May I pet him?"
Oh, you should. You absolutely should. He is the best. He is the best. He's wonderful.
All right.
He's so lovely.
She goes over and says, "I'm going to pet you now, boy. And if you bite me, I'm going to have your head." And but then she gets down on like a knee in front of you, and she starts scratching you behind your ears and under your chin. It actually feels really good.
Okay. Then I won't bite her.
Okay. So she pets you for a few moments and goes, "Carly, go find some meat for this hound."
Ooh.
Rawr.
At the mention of meat, his leg starts twitching like the dog does.
The
Red
girl-
Rocket. Red Rocket.
Okay. Whoa. All right. So the girl goes to the back, and while she's gone, the tailor says, "Well, gentlemen, you knew the knock, the one that I taught Mad Marge. So you are a friend of hers. We don't need to get into all that. You're clearly the adventuring type, and she certainly enters into business arrangements with those types. But I am a very busy woman, and I practice a craft that is almost forgotten in this land. And if you have come to me, it must be because you have a specific need. So perhaps we could get down to it. I have a client who is being fitted in the other room, and I cannot leave him for much longer."
Completely admire your candor. I completely admire your candor. I am Nico Tirada. I am at your service. Thank you for having me and my friends into your home. Here are the measurements that we need. It needs to be a design of such splendor and opulence, but also embodying a characteristic of timelessness, where one fashion sense in one generation can transcend to the next across many generations. Extremely splendid.
She looks at the measurements and she says, "And what exactly would you have me make for this rather mannish woman?"
It is a very noble event, almost as if one were being married.
So, a wedding gown? Is this woman attending the wedding, or is this the bride?
I do not know fashion. I am simply a humble musician and practitioner of the musical arts. But if I would to guess, yes, a wedding gown, one that would approach a groom with all the confidence that a newly blushing bride would have, and she wanted to blow his socks off. That's what we'd want. And we heard that you could give this to us.
Well, of course I can. And right about then, Carol Lee comes out, and she's got like a little platter of like dried meat, and she sets it in front of Rhogar. And she goes, "What?"
No, I was just gonna say, as she's doing that, can I use my new dog powers and and sniff around to see if I smell anything that I've smelt before?
Inspiration.
Oh, go Rhogar, you little.
So the difficulty with that is that you've not been in dog form before, so you don't have like smell sense or smell memory
that we know about.
But the air here smells really nice. It's very sweet. It's very clean. But there is a trace of something that smells like death here.
Awesome.
And at that exact point, I want to use my amulet of whispers and start seeing if I can hear what's in the other room.
Okay.
Well,
but you would know that because he's
yeah.
dog,
I've got to somehow get this to you, and I don't know.
I was gonna do it anyway when
Okay.
she said that she had the.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Like I was just gonna, because when I wanted to hear who that
So I
person
don't
was.
think the whispers has the ability to pick up sound in another room. It just has the ability to communicate.
Is that what it is? Communicate.
Yeah.
I thought it was I could actually just hear.
Mm-mm.
No, it's just whispers. Okay, never mind.
All right. Well, I'm going to. What I want to do.
All right. He's like, let me tell you, Rocky, I'm trying to sync your entire plan, and here's how I'm going to do it.
No,
this is what I want to do.
I'm just trying to think of. I'm a dog, right? So how am I gonna? So
Cute
I think
doggy.
I think what I want to do is they're all talking, right? So I'm just over there drinking my water. Is that kind of what we have?
Yeah.
Lapping
and,
it up.
and you just had that meat set in front of you, but you did just like go, well, hey, actually, now that I got this really super sensory sense of smell, let me sniff around here. And then you're like, some smells like death.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over to Crawford first, and I'm
Okay.
gonna start like scratching at his leg a little bit.
Okay.
And just see if I can get his attention. Cause do I have my Rhogar brain or my dog brain?
It's like I'm asking you to role play it. So like you kind of have a Rhogar version of a dog. Like you're really smart for a dog, but you're definitely a dog right now.
And you have no idea who your cousin is in real life.
Yeah. So once I get his attention, I'm gonna just start going around in circles,
Uh-huh.
like trying to kind of alert him that there's something he should be looking for. I don't know.
Yeah, my attention. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like how am I gonna get this to you? So I'm gonna get your attention, and then is there a door over there or something where
There
she
is.
came out of? Okay.
So there's a door she came out of, and then there's another door.
Okay, where did I smell the thing?
It seems the smell goes into that other door.
Okay, so once I got his attention, I'm gonna kind of walk to that door, and how do I want to do this? I'll walk to that door, and then I'm gonna quickly get away from that door. I guess is what I would do.
So you just walk up and you walk away from it, or you
Yeah,
run?
Almost bolt. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to get away. Like I'm trying to charades him to understand that he doesn't want to go towards that door. I don't know.
So I think I have an idea that he's trying to get you to go towards the door. Is the tailor and her assistant occupied with Nico right now?
Yeah, they're talking to Nico about the measurements
Yes.
of the dress and trying
I've
to
got
hash
'em.
out what that is.
Okay, so there's a distraction at least because I'm not good at stealth. So I guess I'll walk over towards the door. And is it open a crack or is it closed?
It's closed.
completely?
All right. As he's walking towards the door, I want to nibble at his leg. I don't want to draw blood, but I want to kind of drag him away from the door.
Okay,
Basically,
all right.
basically to say, don't go in there. Is what I'm trying
I wasn't
to.
going to go in there. I was.
Well, that's fine. Just keep doing whatever you want to do.
Okay.
But my intention is to tell you it's bad, in the best doggy way I can.
So, Rocky, what I want to do is I want to open the door just a crack and see if there's anything in there reflective that I could use to try to figure out what's in there. I don't want whatever's on the other side to see that I'm doing this, and I don't want the tailor and the assistant to notice I just fully opened the door.
Okay.
So,
So that would be a stealth check.
yeah, I know.
Let me see here. I think I might have stealth.
Okay.
You do,
so,
but you're engaged with the tailor.
Yeah, I
That's
don't. I
what
don't
I'm
have.
saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So as he's doing this, and I'm trying to use the dog to the best of my ability here, as he's doing this, he understands, I think, what I'm telling him. So I'm going to go back over to the opposite side of the tailor lady, and I'm going to start I don't know, dogs don't purr, but kind of bark at her a little bit and roll over and show my belly to get her to look the other way.
Okay, that'll give you
Interesting.
advantage, Dr. Crawford.
Okay, so at least now I'm making a straight roll. So,
Okay.
all right.
So
Come on,
the tailor's like, oh, he is such a good boy. Hold on, sir, while you're in the middle of talking Nico, and she
Yeah.
starts scratching Rhogar on the belly. It feels super good, dude.
And I'm trying to get 15.
Yeah.
I
So-
actually accomplished it for once.
Yeah.
Crap.
So you actually very stealthily crack open the door, and you see that the next room inside is pretty dimly lit. Looks like might be some candlelight in the room that's providing light. And you do how much are you wanting to open it?
Not much. It sounded like it was a fitting room, but based on her description, I would imagine there are mirrors in there.
It is
I
a
was
fitting
hoping,
room. Go ahead, finish your thought.
I was hoping that I could basically open the door a crack, maybe see like a mirror or something, and use that to see a reflection of who's actually in there. I don't want that person who's in there, if it's even a person, to know that I'm looking in there, and I don't want the tailor and her assistant to realize I'm doing it, which is why I'm opening only a crack and looking for the reflection.
Okay.
So
you succeeded your stealth roll on her, so that's because of Rhogar's help. So you're good.
okay.
As far as you crack it open just enough to poke your eye in to see if you can maybe look off a reflection on the mirror or see what's going on in there. If you've ever been in a really high quality men's suiting store or something like that,
Like a men's warehouse?
even higher quality,
Like a
than
men's
that.
warehouse. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
higher
the
quality than
zenith
that.
of men's outfitting.
I agree, but I'm biased. But
Like and subscribe.
but if you go to one of these really nice haberdasheries in a downtown New York kind of thing or whatever, they have these fitting rooms that are actually whole other suites. They're not huge, but they're not just a little tiny fitting room, right? And it's like that. It's like a room that has a little curvature to it. You see some mirrors. You see, there's candles that are kind of lighting the room up. And Dr. Crawford, you need to give me an investigation roll and try to beat a 15.
Nico in the background, you can hear him saying, just no puffy sleeves. I can't stand the puffy sleeves. That needs to be smooth on the shoulders.
Let's see. I have a few weird things I might be able to use to boost that. I have the once per day Morning Lord 1d4. Yeah, and I still have that. I haven't used it today, so I'm going to use that to add a 1d4 to this roll, which should be enough to just automatically pass it. So, and I'll roll it anyway for honesty sake. Yeah, so it's a 16.
So the room is really too dark for you to see this figure that seems to be standing in front of the mirrors waiting. But your connection to the Morning Lord, which is a god of light, for a split second, he actually grants you the ability to see it a little bit brighter shade in the room.
Okay.
And you make out the figure of a tall, thin man standing in front of the mirror, but it's from behind, and you see that he has pointed ears.
Man. Oh shit.
Awesome.
Oh shit.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
I close the door as quietly as I can, I guess, if I need to make another stealth roll, or that was enough. You tell me, Rocky.
Stealth for him.
Okay. Okay.
This is when I will use the Amulet of Whispers and talk to Dr. Crawford. And what'd you see in there, big man?
Probably the worst thing. If I'm right, probably the worst thing I could have possibly done. I'm blowing an inspiration on this, Rocky, because I don't want to take disadvantage.
Okay.
So, stealth, normal roll. Okay. I'm blowing my other inspiration on that. Rolling again. This is really bad. I should not have done this. I should not have poked my head in here. This is really, really bad. My roll. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's less than the first roll, right?
I know. Yeah.
That sucks.
Do I have anything else? I use the. Yeah, it's not I'm sorry, guys. He spotted me.
Well, okay, it's just create a diversion and then exit the room.
Well, all it means is that when you close the door, he
knows that the door
he
is
would
shut.
have heard that door close. So you did close the door. It did make a little bit louder of a click than you intended. The ladies didn't seem to hear it. They're sort of focused on the dog. But you do know as you close that door, you're like, oh, that was loud. That was a loud click.
Okay, I got to make the best of a bad situation. I walked over to. Disdain wasn't occupied with the ladies and the dog.
No, he
right?
was kind of watching you. Yeah.
I walk over to Disdain. I move over and I whisper in his ear, "It's the Count."
That's when I go and I use my Amulet of Whispers properly this time to talk to Nico, and we can exchange. And I say, Dr. Crawford thinks he saw the Count in there. You can respond to this message.
I cannot respond it.
You can respond to this.
I can. Okay. This is extremely bad. We have to get out of the view.
That's when I also send one to Mr. Rolly Belly Man, and I say, "You got two options, buddy. Either stay being real cute, or chase some stupid rabbit out of here. I don't know, man. Get us out of here."
Did we get her the sizes and stuff?
Yes, it's all hemmed up, and the thing is, Nico's going to cut into the conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
going to cut them off. Yeah,
because as all that was going on, I'm sure Nico continued to talk.
I did, and I'm a very hard, I'm a very tough customer, and they've got my direction. No puffy shoulders. It has to be slender at the shoulders. I like my women.
Well,
really
I
slender.
haven't accepted the job now, have I?
I'm just saying, it's a very particular request. And I heard you were the best. I expect to work with the best.
I am the best, but I don't know why I should expect to work with you, sir. I don't typically like people to come in here and dictate things to me. There's only a couple clients that can do that, and you can imagine who they are.
Well, this dog here, he is really particular as well, but he just cannot communicate the way I can. If I was this dog, I would be rolling on my belly as well and being super cute for you, and you would do the job.
Okay, she kind of laughs. She goes, I will do this job, but it will take quite some time. I have a bit of a queue forming for my work, and it will be quite expensive, no less than 75 gold.
I understand. I will pay you half now, easily, and I'm gonna drop it off.
Everything up front.
Okay, up front. This is how she goes. Guys, I only have like 40 gold here.
I can spot you a little bit.
I'll give you. I got 50. Just get 25
Okay.
on top.
All right.
Pay her
Okay.
100 for a rush order.
Well,
No, I like it.
I agree with that, but I also think we should insinuate that this is for the Abbot's date to Strahd's wedding, because it isn't a lie. It is us telling what's actually happening.
I do not know of her alignment with the Abbot, though. I don't know what she knows about him. I don't know about her loyalty to the next guy in the room, dude. She's
Yeah, I know.
But Strahd asked us to do this to get
No,
the Abbot, right? So we're doing a favor for the Abbot to get him to do something for Strahd.
But it is a lie because we know in our mind the Abbot's never going to officiate the wedding, period.
But that doesn't mean we're not doing the favor for Strahd.
We are doing Strahd no favors in this current mission, period.
Yeah.
Strahd has got his bride. Strahd has got his bride. He has got Irina, which is what he thinks is Tatiana embodied. Abbott is bringing a corpse bride of Tatiana to the wedding, which this dress is for, and we can't like convince.
But again, that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that the Abbot told us last thing he said is he's not going to do this for us, whether or not he wants us to do this quest, and then when we comes back, he'll think about our request.
No, he says that he'll resurrect one of us if we die in the course of this quest, basically, is all we've got from this guy. If we can make it back with the body on a corpse wagon to Koresh.
That was another conversation after. He did state that he will think about our request if we fulfill this request for him. It is a means to an end, and by explaining this to her, shouldn't it at least go and show where our allegiances are lying? And we're not stating.
Okay, and okay, so we go with your plan, and it's not a bad plan. If we go with, and I say, hey, this is for the Abbot from Kresh's, this is his date to the wedding of Strahd under the blood moon, of which he is bringing a +1, and he will officiate. We are binding the Abbot's word without his request to this situation, and it could be really terrible. She could either pass that along to Strahd. Hey, Strahd, guess what? You got a new preacher at your wedding. It's going to be the Abbot. That's what you wanted, right?
In addition, I would like to add that if you're at it, if a dress that is made for a date to a wedding is going to look significantly different than the dress that would be for the bride. If we want it to look like a wedding dress, this lie would screw with that.
This is true.
Yeah, as Rocky smugly looks on, look at him down there.
You look at him, he's like, I'm loving it. He's like, y'all need to just die. Right. Anyway, but so here's what I those are not terrible like plans at all. It's just we got the count in the next room, and then we've got Abbott breathing down her neck for these measurements and the dress, which will take some time. I say we tip her 25 over. Hopefully she can work a little bit quicker than what she's alluding to, which I'm guessing is her plan, and we can get this dress done and back to the Abbot so he can do whatever he's going to do, because his wallet said bad mother flipper on it, man. No doubt. He is a bad man, and we need to try and enlist his help. So we need to get out of here. So we need to pay the woman, leave. She's got the measurements, set her on her mission before that door cracks behind us. And someone says, whoa, now, son, what's your hurry?
So
That's
all said, great. Just saying, why is she cramped?
because this wedding is coming up, dude. This wedding's coming up. She's tailoring for everybody.
So what's 25 gold going to allow us to go past the Strahd's verbiage?
Yeah, because
It's
Strahd,
not going to get done before we can get the abbot to do it.
because everybody knows it. Strahd's whole problem is that he likes to command with like fear and not out of his pocket. He don't pay nobody. Only money talks, son. So that's why he's like,
So this place looks nice enough to where she looks like she's getting paid.
Yeah.
Just saying, we're not gonna get her the dress done for the abbot in time for him to use it when he wanted to.
We don't need to. He already said he was going to try in like 2 or 3 years.
Just saying, that's gonna be part of that conversation. So
Disdain, I'm not like ignoring you. I hear what you're saying, man. So what would you have me do in this situation? So we got the count who knows we're on to him, obviously.
Well,
So what do you want me to do? Say this is for the abbot's date to the wedding. That's the plan?
Well, okay. As I said, that would be the best process to go and get it done faster. As you guys have laid out, it's not going to look like a bride's dress, right? So that is just the two options that are laid out right there. Clearly, I am outvoted, so I don't understand why there's a roadblock here.
There's not a roadblock, but I can
Because
spin it.
it's already been like it doesn't matter.
Hey, man, it happens
guys-
every day. It happens every day. Like people show up to weddings like outdressing the bride. It's a thing. Women strive for that. They're like, okay, the bride's going to wear this dress. Let me just spook her out and show up.
The
like,
opinions of Nico Torada are his own and not a reflection of our DM Breakfast at all.
I'm just saying, man. Like if I say, hey, this is the abbot's date, and the abbot is officiating, and he wants her to look even
He's
better
like,
than
women
the bride.
like to outdress the bride at weddings.
They do, man. It's a secret desire that none will admit. So I'm telling you, dude, I've been a woman in previous lives, and I can tell you.
Okay.
I wanted to outdress her.
I'm not going to go
All
there.
right. So here we go. All right. So
what do you
Disdain. All right. I'm going to turn to the tailor. I fear I've not been completely upfront with you. You know this, correct?
I assumed you were holding something back.
I understand. And here it comes. This dress is for the abbot's date to this wedding of Strahd. The abbot from Kresh. You know this man.
Of course, who does not know the abbot?
He will be officiating this wedding, and he wants his date to actually shine above in all senses and everything but actual practical application. He wants his date to actually dress better than the actual bride of Strahd. And that is his own request. I have nothing to do with this. He wanted this. This is his money. He sent us on this quest and entrusted us to you alone. He requested none other but you. So I'm sorry if this puts you in a predicament. I'm sure that you have many reasons why you can make this pass. But yes, that is where we are.
Okay. So, I love it. I'm going to need you to roll a 25 persuasion to pull that off.
That's great, dude. 25. This is what y'all get me into right here. This is how trouble starts. Inspiring that one. Got it.
Whoa. Wow.
Here we go.
Okay. I didn't see that coming.
Got one more inspiration to burn. I've got one
right.
more inspiration to burn too. Let's go.
She goes.
Let's go.
She kind of looks around. She looks at
Yes.
the door.
Scandal.
And she goes, well, truth be told, the dress that the Lady Irina will be wearing is not one of my design, but one from Strahd's private collection. And I have not been allowed to see it, or even help alter it, which I find a bit offensive, since my lord has always trusted me for his tailoring needs. Perhaps I could construct a dress, not a wedding dress, mind you, but a dress that is like a wedding dress, a dress that would be quite magnificent and would perhaps, in its own way, signal my protest at not being allowed to make the wedding dress itself.
Should I be a younger man, I would have made much trouble for you. You're truly a fine woman, an astute observer of the human scene if I've ever seen one. You say this would not be a wedding dress, but could you look into the pages of history? If you have access to previous wedding arrangements of the past of Barovia and see all the fashion designs, and you make this one stand out above them all, would that be a possibility?
It is a challenge I find myself excited to embrace.
And I'm going to stab my party members in the ribs, and I'm going to say, we're going to pay you 100 gold, 25 gold above your asking price, if you can make this come together quickly and absolutely without challenge from us. We are not demanding this. We are requesting that you exhaust all of your expertise, all of your wisdom in this manufacture.
Carly, take the measurements and take the gold from this man. I will have the dress delivered to the abbot before the wedding.
Nico has 3 gold left. I have 3 gold. I pitched in 40. I've got 3 gold. I gotta have something to eat on.
I'm putting in 50.
Okay, that's 90 total. Who got the 10?
I can throw a 10 towards you, but I'm running. I'm almost out now.
I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
dog.
Okay.
Can't get anything from the dog.
How convenient. How convenient of Rhogar. Awesome.
Also,
Awesome.
I have the most gold, by the way. Also,
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
And
Thanks, buddy.
Disdain, what does that put you at?
I'm at 11 gold.
Okay. Well, the party's getting poor.
Yeah.
Except for Rhogar.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, my client in the other room should be needing my help by now.
Completely understood. We will make no more trouble for you this night. I wish you the best of evenings to you, my fair lady.
She curtsies and just sort of briskly moves into the other room.
I'm not her. Let's get out of here.
and then Rhogar starts moving away, like leaving the room.
We're following Rhogar now.
I just kind of yelp and take off,
Sounds good. I'm right behind you, buddy.
All right.
and we go all the way outside.
You guys end up
Yep.
out in the alley.
God, that was clutch, man. That was tight. That was intense.
Good job. That was cool.
Golly, dude.
And I don't know where we're going now.
As I say,
I was saying,
so what do you
Get
guys...
out of the Vallaki before something bad happens.
No, we gotta hit Blinsky.
You're right. We need to check on
we
Blinsky. At least make sure he's okay.
We gotta at least try and get him as an ally.
If it's not Blinsky, it isn't fun. So that's where we're going.
That's right.
I don't think we're going to be able to get him to be an ally yet. We haven't found the doll, but we need to at least make sure he's okay. I'm almost positive he's one of the Taroka things.
I've got at
Make sure
least
he's
3 gold reasons why we're going to get him as an ally. 3.
3 gold reasons. I got 11 to back you up. All right.
Sounds good, man. 14 gold reasons. 15, 16. I don't know math.
All right. So you guys want to make your way across town to Blinsky. All right. So I normally at this point I'd say let's take a bathroom break and come back and finish it. I need to ask y'all's permission to end the session though because I have something with my wife that I promised we would do and I completely forgot.
Absolutely. That's fine.
So-
That was a good session, though, man. I loved it.
I loved it. That was really great. Great way to bring session 22 to a close. When we come back, session 23, Blinsky and beyond.
The Blinsky
Can you, hey, this video, can you like just label it like in quotations, Rhogar bit me
Yeah.
twice? Just post that. And then
Did that
hopefully
video just
people
get
will
removed
watch.
or something? Or have
Golly,
I
dude.
misheard the news?
You're such an ass, Rhogar. Twice.
Oh my god, that interaction in the Tailor shop could have gone completely different. that was cool. That was really cool. All right, guys, great session. Thank you.
Night.
Night, guys.
All right.
Anyway, guys, thank you again, Rocky.
Yeah, thank
Yes, sir.
you.
Thanks, Rocky.
Yeah,
Yep.
my pleasure.